have the vocation to become a true warrior, but to fulfill it, you and your sword must become one. Sagui!
こんにちは. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you and to talk about this movie. That's a lot going on with like your performance. Like it's amazing, all the stunts that you have to, everything that you go through. So, but let's start from the beginning. What attracted you to this project? Like when you first read the script, what got your attention?
Mm-hmm. So Akemi is a Japanese-born, she's a Japanese who's living in Brazil. So she's dealing with two different cultures, and that was something that I dealt with a lot. Being born in America, being raised in Japan, I struggled with identity and belonging. And so right away, I knew exactly what she was going through, and the things she has to go through in order to seize her crown, basically. I felt like I went through a similar journey myself, being a musician. So I really related to it right away.
Yeah, I think me too. I can relate to her because I'm from Brazil. And my last name is Japanese, but because of my husband, because he's half Brazilian, half Japanese. So I have a lot of I can relate to her as well too. And
you're from Sao Paulo?
Yeah, I'm from Sao Paulo, and I know that the neighborhood that you guys, I can assume that you went to Sao Paulo to film the movie. So Liberdade, that is the Japanese very well known community there. That's good. And how was your preparation? Because you're a singer, and now you get this is your first movie. But how did you prepare to play Akemi? Because you have not just the acting part, but all these fightings, all these stunt scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very lucky because my husband is a US champion martial artist. So then going into it, I knew that I was going to need to get a lot of help from him for the martial arts part, which I did. And I had a big supporting team who gave me a month of training for the martial arts, the kendo, the sword fightings. And so I worked really hard to get all those done.
Yeah. What was the most challenging one for you to learn?
There was a scene with Jonathan, Shiro, in the movie that if you watch it, you will know which one I'm talking about. That was one of the toughest scenes for me. I think emotionally it was tough. And I think it was the combination of emotion and the violence was a difficult one for me to do. Yeah, that was the toughest scene, I would say.
Yeah, and you mentioned Jonathan. How was working with him?
Jonathan was amazing. He was like a big brother to me who wanted to support me all the way from beginning to end. And one of the things he would say was, he taught me a lot of things, but he would guide me with how to move in front of camera and give me acting tips. So I really loved working with him.
And how was your collaboration with the director Vicente Amorim? How did you play because I bet you have these conversations, how do you approach the character and everything else? Can you talk a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked often. I had my ideas and I would share with him. He was very open to implementing my ideas if he thought it worked. And we were very communicative. Vicente always knew what kind of shots he wanted to get. And he didn't waste time, with half-baked ideas. So we had a great working relationship.
Did you learn any Portuguese?
Yeah, a little bit, right? Because everybody's speaking Portuguese on set, and I had to speak a little bit in the movie too. And a little bit. But I mean, if you ask me now, I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit. The only one that I can remember now is Saifora.
Saifora, yes, Saifora. And I bet you learned obrigada. Obrigada.
Oh, and then entendia.
What? Which one?
Entendia.
Entendi.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, entendi.
Okay,
I understand. Got it. Something like that. That's awesome. And I bet you have an amazing time, and I bet you learn a lot. And how much, like, you were a singer, and I bet and for sure have a lot of experience on that field. How much that helped you to how much did you bring to your character? Like how much that training of singing help your character?
Mm-hmm. I looked at those two things very differently. With music, I feel like I also sing my own songs that I write with my guitar, and it has a very therapeutic flow to me. With acting also, especially being a action thriller movie, it was a completely different energy. You know, it's a very intense character that I had to create that I didn't really think of those two things as the same. And I think it was better for me because when it came to the karaoke scene, I really had to think of myself as not somebody who's been doing music, but I am Akemi. And the acting teachings that I was taught really helped me to get into the character.
Yeah, amazing. You also had a music, like you wrote a music for this movie, right? Run Baby Run.
Yeah, actually that was something that I already had in the movie, wanted to use my song for this movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I liked it. It's really,
yeah.
Yes. And now that you have your first movie, do you have anything coming up next for you for like on this side, not the music side, but the acting side?
Yeah. I mean, things are a little bit up in the air yet. I'm gonna have to see what's gonna be how do you say, finalized, but I'm really hopeful for the future of what's going to come. And for music side too, I'm releasing new stuff. So all around, I'm excited for what's going to happen.
Yeah, for the acting side, do you have like any type of like any genre that you would like to like comedy, action, anything that you would like to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm so new to this whole thing, right? So I would like to be able to do anything, anything that comes my way. It will be new for me to learn. It's a new skill, new, comedy. I've not done that yet. So I would like to do whatever it is that come, I'm excited to try it.
Do you have any like actress or actor or director that you look up or that you'd like to work with?
Yeah, I really like Meryl Streep. I love Momo Ikaori. I don't know this Japanese actress, if you know her. She was in Memoirs of Geisha. She's somebody who I grew up watching. So I watch their movies often, and maybe one day I'll get the chance. Who knows?
Oh, you never know. You never know. Like I think you really super talent, and what you did, like, because to do like those stunt scenes, you have to have a lot of like concentration and everything, and you're very disciplined. You have a lot of discipline, but I think you got that from your Japanese side, because Japanese are very disciplined.
Thank you so much for saying that. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. And you young, of course, but do you have an advice to give to young kids that would like to pursue a career in music or acting or something, advice to give to them?
Well, whatever it is that you want to do right now, I say go for it. It's all experiences help you, and I think live now, right? I think for me, I moved to Japan because I wanted to seize the moment now and wanted to live my life to the fullest now. And I think that's really important, to have the urgency to do what you love now and not wait until later. I mean, I guess that's more for an adult people message, but it can work for kids too, right?
Yeah, it can work, because you need to chase your dreams, if you really want something, you need to go for it. That will be my message. That's amazing. Masumi, I want to thank you so much for your time. Arigatou gozaimasu. And muito obrigada. And a lot of success, and I cannot wait for everybody to watch the movie because I really enjoy watching you on screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
I need your help.
その男が狙っているのは刀ではない。
じゃあどうして私を追ってくるんですか？
Your whole family was killed.
No one is capable of bearing their past.
I won't be trapped by a past that isn't my own.
狐の持ってるあの刀は魔物が潜んでおる次なる獲物の
Let's give them more.
The past will come knocking. It's your fate.
My name is...
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.